Protocol Part 11, CAN bus speed pair characteristics. So in this we are going to see about the how the CAN characteristics has been identified and defined by the CAN standard with respect to the length, like what are the various length and what are the speed has been given in the CAN bus speed characteristics. Let's see, the maximum speed of the CAN is 1 Mbps, that is 1 MB bit or that is per second. So some CAN controller will nevertheless handle higher speeds than 1 Mbps and may be considered for the special application. So for example, even though the if you consider this 1 Mbps, you will not get always 1 Mbps because it always varies with respect to the length of the wire that we are using. So that also matters a lot. Here we have the two CAN, that is a low speed CAN and high speed CAN. The low speed CAN may go up to this just 125 kbps. So here the difference, the relation between kbps and mbps is, as you know, 1024 kbps is 1 mbps. So this low speed CAN is not at all coming as 1 mbps. This is just a 25 percentage of the, this is standard CAN. So the single wire can may go up to around 50 kbps in its standard mode, and using a special high mode that is for easy programming up to around 100 kbps. So that is near to 1 mbps. So that is what the low speed CAN and the single wire CAN has been defined. Then the minimum speed is, the maximum speed is 1 mbps, but this is what the speed has been given. Let's see what is the minimum speed. So the minimum speed is, some bus transceiver will not allow transmit below a certain bitrate. That is, some bus can go down to 10 kbps without any error on an issue. Even though there is no error or an issue, so the speed may goes up to 1 kbps per second. That is, see, 1 mbps is around around 100 times it is lesser than the actual speed, even though without any error. But if you use certain bus, it may go around 50 kbps also. So the minimum is 1 kbps and maximum is 1 mbps. And in practical application, let's see how it varies with the respect to the length. At the speed of 1 mbps, that is a maximum, there is a maximum speed. See, there is a maximum cable length of the about 40 meters, that is 130 feet, can be used. So if you use only 40 meters or 130 on the 40 meter or only 130 feet of the wire, then it will give 1 mbps, near to 1 mbps, not exactly 1 mbps, or maybe 100 kbps. So there is not a more difference. So this is because the arbitration scheme requires that wavefront. So this is very important concept that very few may aware. So the reason behind the 1 mbps is, the arbitration scheme requires the wavefront of a signal which will propagate to most remote node and back again before bit is sampled. So it depends on the sampling time of the bit, which is wins the arbitration on the concept of remote node on the, and which needs to be back again for the next computation of the arbitration that you may aware the previous tutorial. So if the particular message has to retransmit for the next arbitration, then it has to be it has to be follow the wavefront of the signal in the propagation medium. So this is what the simple concepts, the simple physics that it is the CAN has been work and start with. So here we have the length of 100 meters, that is 330 feet at 500 kbps. Then see, it is keep on decrease. So 40 meters is a common, that is in 40 meters you will get 1 mbps. Then if the length goes high, then the speed will goes decrease. So in 130 feet, that is in 40 meters, it will be 1 mbps. But in 330 feet and 100 meters, it is just 500 kbps. Then 200 meters, it will be 250 kbps. Then 500 meters, that is 1600 feet, it will be 125 kbps. Then 6 kilometers, that is around 20,000 feet, at 10 kbps, that is a minimum transmission speed of the CAN. So the, if you consider only for the automobile application, their speed will always be 100 kbps or 1 mbps. But if you go for the industrial application, say 6 kilometer or 500 meters, will not, even 200 meters or 100 meters will not be possible for the cars, because we don't want that much distance. So maybe some 60-70 meters will be the maximum that we can use. But if you go for some industrial application, yes, they require 500 meters or 600 meters, which will makes the CAN protocol speed to be reduced. But yes, at worst case, the minimum speed will be 10 kpbs. That is what for your understanding. So in this, you ultimately learn three things. One is the speed, that is a CAN standard is the maximum speed is 1 mbps per second, and the minimum speed is 10 kbps per second. Then the maximum speed can be attained in the automobile application, whereas the minimum speed can be attained in the industrial application. And the final one is the speed, that is the CAN cable length and the speed has been related because the arbitration scheme requires the wavefront of the signal which want to propagate the remote node, and the it want to take back to the computation for the arbitration process. So that is what the length as well as the speed has been related. So yes, I guess this is what about in this. And in the next part we'll start with the CAN bus termination. So yes, of course you would be aware of like 120 ohm resistance is required, but let's see how it will be and what are the consequences that if the 120 ohm resistance is not there, and what are the good things that you can get if this because of the 120 ohm resistor. So until then, just watch it everything, and just keep on watch once or twice so that sorry, twice or thrice, so that you can be more aware on it.